जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Friday. It is 28th of November. It is Keshava Masa or Margasesha Masa, Sukla Paksham and Ashtami Tithi. So there are no Vaishnava events in the calendar today, but we are coming nearer to Ekadasi. Ekadasi is on Monday. And we are going to recite Srimad Bhagavad Gita on Sunday. Okay, so no events for today. So we shall move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Maitreya Muni speaking to Vidura about how the Lord Brahma, he has emanated from the lotus flower. That lotus flower emanated from the navel of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. And now Brahma sitting there on the lotus flower, there is devastating air and different, and also the bigger waves in the water, Garbhodaka Ocean. So during that time, so that lotus flower also moving, but he is still sitting on the lotus flower. And then he is contemplating himself. Who am I? I'm sitting here on the lotus flower. And where does this lotus flower comes from? It comes from this water. There must be something base for this. So likewise, he was contemplating. Kayeshayo aso aham abjapurusta yedit kutavabjam ananyadapsu astihi adastadiha kinchanaitad adishitam yatra satanubhavyam. So there must be definitely something base under this lotus flower. So likewise, he was contemplating. Now, today further Maitreya Muni saying to Vidura that now he has contemplating. So what happens when we are contemplating? Then immediately we wanted to do materialize those contemplations later on. So now Brahma in the similar way, he wanted to go and identify what is that base, what is the source of that lotus flower. And then he has entered into the pipe or the stem of the lotus flower down. And he went down to the until to the navel of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. But he could not find the source. He could not find the source. And then when he was trying to search by all his personal endeavors, he could not find. And by the time factor is ticking on his body. The time factor ticking on his body. So it is making the fear in all the living entities. The time is the only one. Kalam eki eto bhayam. So as soon as in the morning, the time is clicking 6 o'clock, we need to wake up and do so many things. 9 o'clock, we need to go to the work. If you are not going, if you are getting late, it is making fear at every moment. We do not know what is going to happen in the next moment. So likewise, when Brahma has been trying to search the source of the lotus flower, and then he could not find, by the time factor is taking on him, and then which is making fear even to the Brahma, and then he has returned back to his lotus flower. Okay, so that is what Maitreya Muni said. We are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 8, and verse number 19 and 20. सयुक्तमुद्वीक्ष्य तदब्जनाला नाडीभिरन्तर्जलमाविवेशम् नार्वाग्गतः तत्कर्णालनाला नाभिं विचिरुन् तदविन्दताजहम् Saittamudvikcha tadabjanala. Saitam. So in this way, Lord Brahma, Saitam, Buddhiksha tadabjanala. He was contemplating Buddhiksha tadabjanala. Abjanala is the stem of this lotus flower or the pipe. So this is where all our 14 planet systems situated within that. Abjanala. Okay, so and then Tadabjanala Nadibihi Antarjalamavivesha. He has entered into the water, Antarjalam. Antarjalam within the water, Avivesha, he has entered. Narva Gataha Na. So until where he has gone? He has gone up to the stem of the lotus, the bottom of the lotus flower. Narva Gataha Tat Karanala Nala. Tat Karanala, Tatkara Nala, the stem of the lotus. And even though he has gone there, na Tatkara Nala, Nabim of the navel of the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Up to the Tatkaranala Nala, Nabim, so up till the navel of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. And then Na, so na is coming here in the first word, and then here within one. Na within one, and then he was thinking of that one. Avindata, he could not understand. Na avindata. Na avindata ajaha swayambhuhu. The Brahma, the self-born personality from that lotus flower. Na avindaha. Narva gataha tat karanala nala nabhim vichinvan tad vindatajaha. He could not understand the source of that lotus flower. Even though he has gone to the navel of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, he could not see. So Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu body is huge. His body is huge. For example, if a tiny germ on the body, on our body, and if it tries to understand what is this place, then it cannot understand. It cannot see the entire body of the human one, who is human being. It is very tiny. Even it cannot understand a tiny part of that skin. So now Lord Brahma, he has gone up to the navel of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Sayittamudvikya tadabjanala nadiviranta jalamavivesha. Narvagataha tat karanala nala nabim vichinvan tadavindadajaham. Tad avindata ajaha. So translation, Lord Brahma, thus contemplating, entered the water through the channel of the stem of the lotus. But in spite of entering the stem and going nearer to the navel of Vishnu, he could not trace out the root. He could not trace out the root. Okay, there is a tiny purport. Can I request Hemlata Mataji to read the tiny purport?
Hare Krishna. Purport. By dint of one's personal endeavor, one may go nearer to the Lord, but without the Lord's mercy, one cannot reach in the ultimate point. Such understanding of Lord is possible only by devotional service, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 18.55. Bhaktaya mam abhijanati yavan yas jasmi tatvatah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here, by dint of one's personal endeavor, one may go nearer to the Lord. Here, Brahma, he is the personified intelligence, Vijnana Shakti, Namo Vijnana Viryaya. So here, demigod also pray, Namo Vijnana. So here, by dint of personal endeavor, by their personal intelligence or scientists, they're all just looking through the facts through the senses. They wanted, this is Jnana Shakti, that is in the mode of passion. By dint of personal endeavor, one may go nearer to the Lord, but without the Lord's mercy, one cannot reach the ultimate point. But here, as long as one is in the mode of passion or ignorance or what is so called goodness of this material world, it is not possible unless one is surrendered to the Supreme Lord. It is inconceivable. We may try to understand the sense level for some extent, but it is not possible to understand complete what is behind behind this universe or anything else, even for the existence, personal existence. Without the Lord's mercy, one cannot reach the ultimate point. Such understanding of the Lord is possible only by the devotional service. Okay, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktya Mam Abhijananti Yavana Shashmi Tatvataha. Tatvataha is the scientifically. Okay, so and further, Maitreya Muni is saying here, so Brahma could not understand, and what Brahma further he has been doing. तमस्य पारे विदुरात्मसर्गं विचिन्वतो अभूत् सुमहां स्त्रीनेमिः यो देह भाजं भयमेन यानः परिचिनोति आयुरजस्य हेतिः तमस्य पारे विदुरात्मसर्गं tamasi apare. So because of the ignorant way of searching, tamasi apare viduratma sargam vidura. O vidura. So in such a way, Brahma, he was searching in his ignorant way. Tamasi apare vidura atma sargam. The cause of the creation. Vichinvato abhut sumham trinimehi. Vichinvata. While contemplating abhut, it so became Sumham Strinemihi, very great, the time of three dimensions. Time of three dimensions. Trinemihi. This is the Kala Chakra. The Kala Chakra is the great powerful thing. Nothing, everything will go pass in due course of time. The time is very, very strong. So Antahakarahak. So Anantu Antahakarahak Kalaha Anadi Avikrud Avyayaha. Janam Janena Janayan Marayan Mrutyunantakam. It will just, even it will take the life of Mrutyu Devata also. Marayan Mrutyunantakam. In due course of time, everything will pass. That time factor, it is sticking on the Brahma's body now. Now what happens to all his endeavors? Yo dehabhajam bhayamirayanaha parikchinoti ayurasya hetihi. Yo dehabhajam. And who is materially embodied? Yeah, the Vajam of the materially embodied. Bhayam, the Bhayam is the fearfulness. Trayanaha is the generating. That is, it making the fear in a person who is materially embodied. For a person, what is the most dearest thing? Because he has got a body. That is his main tool. This main body is kind of a vehicle. This is Yantra Ruhani Maya. This is yantra. Everyone is having their yantra to just move their journey, to carry out their journey. Where they are going, they do not know. Okay, so now whenever their vehicle is going to be taken out by the time factor, they will get fear whether I will be able to reach my destination if they have taken. And I like this my vehicle very much. So it is giving me nice pleasures. My senses, my hands, legs, my eyes, everything is giving good pleasures to me. So once it takes out, then what is going to happen to me? That fearfulness. Bhaimirayanaha. Parikchinoti ayurusya hetihi. This is parikchinoti. Diminishing the 100 years. Parikchinoti ayuhu, duration of life. Ajasya, of the self-born, hetihi, the wheel of eternal time. Now the time is ticking on the Brahma's body also. He is called Dviparadha. He lives for the Dviparadha time. Now we are in the second Paradha. There are two Paradhas. Brahma's half time, first part and second part. Generally, if it is like 50 years and 50 years. The first 50 years, it was passed in such a way. Now he is in the second half of his lifetime. So now the time is ticking and it is making fear to Lord Brahma. Tamasya pari viduratma sargam vichinvato abhustu moham srinemihi yo deha bhajam bhaimirayanaha parikshunoti ayuho ajasya hetihi. The translation. So, O Vidura, while searching in that way about his existence, Brahma reached his ultimate time, which is the eternal wheel in the hand of Vishnu. The eternal wheel in the hand of Vishnu, and which generates fear in the mind of the living entity, like the fear of death. Like the fear of death. There is no purport for this shloka. So here again, this time wheel is described. The time wheel, it is described in the third canto, in the 21st chapter, I think. So where Kadmam Prajapati, he describes in his prayers, Nate Ajraksha Brahmirayuresham Trayodasharam Trishatam Sasti Parva Shatnemi Anantachedi Yetrinabihi Karala Sroto Jagadache Jadavat. Nate, except those devotees who have surrendered themselves unto the lotus feet of the Lord, except their lifetimes. Except their lifetimes. Except their life, everyone's life is being diminished by this time wheel. Ajraksha Brahmirayuresham Trayodasharam Trisatam Sasti Parva. How it is calculated? In a year, it counts 360 days and also 4 months like that, 4 Chaturmasas, and then 6 seasons. Every season is of 2 months. And also Anantachari, every moment, so the different spokes, and it has got the 3 novels. Trinabihi, it contains 3 novels. Nati Ajraksha Brahmirayuresham Trayodasharam Trisatam Sasti Parva Shatnemi, it got 6 edges. Shatnemi Anantachari, innumerable spokes. Anantachari Yetrinabihi, and 3 novels. Karala Sroto Jagadache Jhavar. It is rotating very fast on top of this universe. Karala Sroto Jagat Ache Jhavat, taking the lifespan of every living entity which are materially embodied, except Nate. The previous shloka, it was described about the devotees of the Lord who has taken the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. Parasparam Gunavadasidu Piyush Nijapita Deha Dharmaha. They are drinking the nectar of Krishna Katha, Bhagavatam, and Krishna's message, and they are living life as per the Bhagavata Dharma and the Pancharatra Vidhi, as the Lord has spoken, following all the regulative principles like that. Except those devotees, everyone's life is being taken out by the time wheel. Bhaimirayana. So here, Lord Brahma's time also been like that. He is now, it is our experience, but people pasyanapi napasyati. People, even though they are looking after, many other people are taking birth and going through so many hurdles. But in Krishna consciousness, we see it, practically experience it. This is birth, old age, disease, and death. And here, the living entity, it is passing through innumerable bodies from the time immemorial. And it is accumulating so many activities, either sinful activities or pious activities. In order to completely free from all those things in one particular lifetime, that is not that much easy. That's why when we come into Krishna consciousness, try to execute, immediately we start to see different kinds of problems. It is a kind of a cleansing process. This Maya, one side is cleansing process is going on. Another side, different kinds of challenges will come into our picture. And then whether we will be able to withstand or not, whether we will be bewildered or not. This is again, ye yatavam prapajyante stam satsaiva bhajamyaham. We are tested every moment. We wanted to test, okay, I am strong in this direction. Problem will come in another direction, which we cannot expect. Again, we will be bewildered. I have been in Krishna consciousness, but why this problem will come to me? I have sacrificed so much. It bewilders one's life. But Krishna says that Kalos me, I am the time. Antah Purusharupena Kalarupena Yobahihi Samanveti Satwanam Bhagavan Atma Maya. But when we completely holding on to the lotus feet of the Lord, then Antah Purusharupena, inside the heart, the Lord in the form of your super soul, Kalarupena Yobahihi, outside as the time factor. What is the time factor? It is the decaying the body every moment. It is decaying the body every moment. There are different changes in the body that we need to understand, and people are participating in a different kinds of roles. One person is in a different relations, every person in a different relations. But though different kinds of problems are attacking us and problems are multiplying, it is kind of a test. Again, Lord would not put all those tests for a weak person. And if a person is qualified, then he will be given a bigger test. So this is how the material world it takes place. This is the called dukkalayam ashashvatam padam padam yad vipadam natesham. Every moment there is a danger. But understanding, digesting all those things, we need to cross step by step, slowly. We need to have complete surrender, complete faith and Krishna and Guru. Otherwise, if small problem comes, we cannot withstand. So, Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kashchid Jatiti Siddhaye Yatatam Siddhanam Kashchid Mam Veti Tatvataha. Out of so many millions, very few people will pass. If we see our past times, so many devotees, some devotees they have taken Shankaracharya. He has taken sannyasa at a very young age, around 12 years or 8 years, something like that. But how long he has lived? Around 30 years. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how long he has lived? And at what time he took sannyasa? 24 years of sannyasa and then lived for 48 years. It is not that we need to live for complete. It is not that we are just working on for some kind of material purpose. But whatever we are sacrificing, whatever the time, whatever the circumstances we are sacrificing, that does not mean that we will get a good and comfortable time later on in this material world as a materially embodied. We are doing for the pleasure of Krishna. As simple as that. What for as Krishna said, we are doing it. It doesn't matter whether I like it, whether the problem is small or whether it is big or not. I have got a complete faith on Krishna. Krishna says, Tasma sarveshu kaleshu mam manusmarijjasa ijja mayatata manobuddhi mam yevaishasi asamsayaha dukkeshu nidvignamanaha sukeshu vigataspuraha. Again, dukkeshu nidvignamanaha sukeshu vigataspuraha. In the times of hard times, dukkha, very painful situations, it is not able to, it is not that much easy. Again, when there is a pleasure, one is always must be studied. Tasya prajna pratistita. He must be situated. He is called prajna. Otherwise, these problems, if we this we are always in the bright side. We are just following because Krishna and Guru they have said. That's all. So here, by personal endeavors, even Lord Brahma cannot understand. This is called tamasi apare because of ignorance of searching for the truth. This is tamasi apare. Likewise, Maitreya Muni is saying, so when his endeavors are in failure, then Lord is going to come into picture. Okay, so that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Saittamudvikya tadjanala nadivirantar jalama vivesha narvagataha tat karanala nala nabim vichinvan tad vindata jaham tamasya pare viduratma sargam विचिन्वतु अभूत्सु महांस्तरिणेमिः यो देहभाजं भैमीरयानः परिचिनोति आयुरस्य हेतिः आयुः अजस्य हेतिः. Okay, so that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. We shall move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. Okay, so today letter to Sai, January 8th, 1917, Allahabad. Can I request Saranya Mataji to read this letter, please?
Hare Krishna. My dear Sriman Sai, please accept my blessings. I beg to thank you for your letter dated 29th December and the nice sentiment expressed here therein. I am very glad to inform you that I have seen your photograph and from your features, it appears that you have improved very much spiritually. The problem that your follower want to accept you as guide in spiritual matter is not objectable if they are sincere. If they have sincere faith in you, it may not be disturbed. Rather, it can be fully utilized. My main purpose is to propagate the teachings of Lord Chaitanya or Krishna consciousness. I am not after recruiting some disciples, but for preaching work, we want some assistance, and if somebody offers voluntarily his service, it is welcome. So, the best thing will be that you become a regular disciple of me and you can teach your followers in the same principle. There is immense field of our activities in our country. There are so many confused young men and girls known as the hippies, and if you work very steadfastly, I am sure a tremendous advancement can be done in our missionary activities. I have studied the behavior of the hippies. They are searching after something good, but they have no proper guidance. In the material world, the highest principle of happiness is supposed to be a sex indulgence. But real happiness is not attained by but the real but the real happiness is not attainable by eschewing the senses. It is above the senses, which means on the spiritual platform, unless one is able to deal with the supreme personality of Godhead on the spiritual platform, unless one is able to deal with the Supreme Personality of Godhead on the spiritual platform, there cannot be any permanent bliss. People don't know it. It is our duty only to explain the situation to the ignorant persons. Many leaders have to be trained up for this purpose so that they can go from town to town, village to village, and enlighten the people to be trained up in Krishna consciousness. Yes, for the present, there is no need of spending money by coming to India. That decision is very nice. I think by the end of March, I shall be returning to USA. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji, from this letter?
Um, Hare Krishna Prabhu. So, what is the point? I understood is like these devotees, Sriman Sai, he was doing some preaching. So the people wanted to follow, like want to take him as a guide or like a spiritual master. So this devotee was not initiated or not a proper like the authentic disciple of Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada was saying like, it's okay. You can if they are sincere and if you are following the proper way, proper principle, it doesn't matter whom the devotees are following. Prabhupada just wanted to spread the teachings of Chaitanya and the Krishna consciousness philosophy. It doesn't matter. Prabhupada don't wanted to make Lord disciple. Prabhupada don't wanted to advertise himself as a Acharya or something. Prabhupada wanted the principle or the philosophy or the message to be known by everyone to be Krishna conscious. That was the thing. So Prabhupada was not bothered like whom Prabhupada, the devotees are following. So Prabhupada was recommending this devotee to become Prabhupada's disciple and he can follow the other people. And Prabhupada was mentioning the people, the hippies, the generation there are really confused. So they are searching after the real happiness, but they are not knowing that unless we are following the creator of everything or pleasing or unless we are dealing with the creator, the supreme personality of Godhead, we cannot find that ultimate happiness. So Prabhupada was mentioning that So we need more leaders who can lead the people, and they can travel all over the town to town, village to village, everywhere, and preach the Krishna consciousness philosophy. And another point I like is like how much how they are dealing with the money. So each penny that has to be utilized in the service of Krishna, in a proper way. So that's what when we read about like Srila Prabhupada's disciples, they not even like waste or spend even a penny that is for sense gratification. I read the devotee story. They used to walk. They don't even catch bus because they don't want to spend like Srila Prabhupada's money for their sense gratification. They used to walk all the way from town to town because that they wanted to save the money. And they used to like get on the bus or on the truck and travel from one city to another city rather than catching like or spending on a bus or spending on their own like transportation, because they used to walk on in the summer and the winter everywhere because they were so like so dedicated to Srila Prabhupada's mission, and they know like how we are getting the money and how it should be spent. So that thing like Prabhupada was appreciating that decision is very nice. Yeah, these 2 points, Prabhu, like how to influence, like how to make others sincere in the Krishna consciousness philosophy is to by following that in ourselves. And if they see like how we are doing, they'll get influenced. So that is the best way. So Prabhupada was advising that to the devotee. You follow yourself, then they, if they are sincere, they will follow. Yes, Prabhu. That is my takeaway. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Very nicely summarized. Okay, any other comments, dear devotees?
May I add? It was very well explained by Sarana Mataji. If I may add something, Prabhu. I think also he has reflected on the tendencies of some of the hippies that he has come across, Srila Prabhupada has come across, and I think one of the thing he's talking about here is sense gratification through sexual pleasure. That's what um, they were thinking will give them the liberation, but he's emphasizing that the real happiness is cannot be attained uh, by eschewing the senses. So I think that's an important point that he has mentioned amongst all the other things that he has said in this letter. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Any other comments? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. So the real happiness is not attainable by eschewing the senses. And hippies are called nirashavadis. So they wanted to have the high experience, highest pleasure. But what is of this material world is only the sexual pleasure. But even that is also by the strength of eschewing the senses. We need to uh, you utilize all the senses. Again, it will go put up into so many of these problems. So again, one who is attracted to that one, he will come back to this material world again. So again, bhuyo yata vyasnam etad anekarandra mami bhavashiti upasadita Vishnupadaha. When we take before birth, when we are in the womb of a mother, we pray to the Lord. Bhuyo yata vyasanam, this is the habit, bad habit. Bhuyo yata vyasanam etad anekarandram, entering into the again womb of another mother, because I have been still addicted to this sense gratification. Mame bhavashiti upasadita Vishnupadaha. It should not happen again apart from the lotus feet of the Lord. I wanted to have this habit of holding the lotus feet of the Lord. That should be my Vasanam, not anything else. not bad habits, entering into the womb of another mother. Okay, so here it is not the purpose of again sensual enjoyment. Okay, so that Prabhupada is trying to spread that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message to the entire world, village to village, town to town, and everywhere. For that purpose, Prabhupada needs soldiers, warriors, to spread Krishna consciousness. Okay, again it is Guru Parampara. So this Yadacharati Sreshtaha Tat Devetaro Naraha Sait Pramanam Kurute Lokaha Tadanavartate. So Prabhupada, so I have accepted my spiritual master. You also accept spiritual master. You become my disciple, and then you will have your followers. Everything will be connected. This becomes Sampradaya. If you are just bringing up your own philosophy, and then if it is not linked to any Sampradaya, then te mantram nishpalam mataha. Then even though you chant Maha Mantra or something like that, any other mantras, then nishpalam, they do not yield any results because it is disconnected. Sampradaya vihinam te, it is not in the Sampradaya. Okay, so one must be following in a Sampradaya Guru Parampara. Thank you, Mataji. That is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, so today evening we don't have any other events, but coming to Saturday, it is Chaitanya Charitamrita session at 7 p.m. and Sunday evening we are going to recite Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Now I request dear devotees for the allocation of the chapters of Bhagavad Gita. So can you please drop the messages in the chat if you are happy, or just say unmute and say the chapter numbers. And there are some devotees there, they wanted to have some kind of preferences, like the Gaurangi Mataji and Javed Mataji, Sanchita Mataji has mentioned. So can I request devotees who have got highest priority, please go and unmute and then say your chapters. We have got 18 chapters. We are reciting only Sanskrit. And Sunday evening at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, Sanchita Mataji, would you like to go?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I've put in the chat, Prabhu, chapter 18.
18. Thank you, Mataji. Perfect.
Hare Krishna.
Gaurangi Mataji. Javed Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I don't have a preference. I just leave it to you, whatever works out best, and you tell us. I'll definitely try. I'm not very good. But yeah, it was just the timing I was talking about for Gaurangi Mataji. But
Yeah.
that's all, yeah.
Thank you, Mataji. Gaurangi Mataji. So we can understand from if it starts at 6 p.m. in the evening, it ends at around 9:15, something like that. Okay, so Usha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Gaurangi Mataji, yes.
What time Prabhuji? My turn.
So that I cannot exactly say what time in minutes exactly, Mataji. So if you want it to be at the end or beginning or middle, that you can choose which chapters accordingly.
Okay, Prabhuji.
You wanted to do it in the beginning or at the end, Mataji?
Beginning Prabhuji.
Beginning, chapter 1 then.
Okay.
Usha Mataji.
Prabhu, I will be joined a bit later, so can I have the middle chapter? Maybe chapter 11? Which one would I think?
Chapter 11.
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Perfect. Okay, Asha Mataji. Asha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Chapter 1.
It is allocated to Gaurangi Mataji.
Chapter 2, Prabhu.
chapter 2, it is bigger chapter, 72 shloka. That's
Which one is easier?
easier. 12th chapter and 15th chapters are the smaller versions.
I'll go for 12th one, Prabhu.
12th one, beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so 11 and 12 and 18 and 1 are finished. Okay, Devashish Prabhuji.
Chapter 9, Prabhu. Haribol.
Chapter 9, beautiful. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hemlata Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, sorry, I'm flying to Delhi today. My mother is not well, so I just knew last night and I booked my ticket, so I'm not available.
Sure, Mataji. Hope everything goes well with your mother.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Protect your mother, Mataji, and all our prayers are with you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Rajyalakshmi Mataji.
I'm okay with any chapter, Prabhu. So,
Third chapter, Mataji.
okay, Prabhu. Yeah.
Third chapter. Jayaved Mataji. Fourth chapter.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, you remember the chapters. Swarup Prabhuji. Fifth chapter.
Prabhu, on that evening, I'll have to go and drop my son off to his boarding school. So I'm not sure exactly of my availability at this time.
17th chapter, maybe.
Because I go around 7:30. I start 7. I come back at 9 because it's about 1 hour drive there, 1 hour back. I join. I try to join to listen, Prabhu, but
Okay.
I cannot commit, Prabhu.
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji. That's fine. And who else?
I think Indulekha Mataji, Drishti Mataji, Gayatri Mataji also wanted, didn't they? I think.
Yes. I think for them, I don't know at what preferences, what timing they would come.
Yeah, they would be able to join with their difference. I think Indulekha Mataji might be good with chapter 2.
Okay.
I don't know, I'm just saying, but yeah.
Okay, chapter 2, maybe families, if they have got more devotees, more than one devotee to recite, they can take parts. Thank you, Mataji, for giving that advice. So I got 3 devotees in the mind. Thank you so much. And Hanma Mataji, would you like to recite chapter 15? It is a small chapter.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yeah, yes, I just joined. When should we recite?
On Sunday evening from between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m.
From 6 to 9. Sunday I will not be available, Prabhuji. I'm so sorry, but thank you so much for asking me, Prabhuji, because we have guests coming over on Sunday. So
yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Mataji.
thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, we got now 7 chapters are allocated here.
Prabhuji, if there are any other chapters, you can allocate me one more chapter also, please.
Sure, Mataji. But yeah, we'll see the options, and then if there is no one, then we will allocate.
Yeah. Thank you,
I don't mind the same either. I was just about to say that as well. So, but only if there is space.
Yes, Prabhu. That exactly. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Okay, so 11th, 12th, and first 18, 9, 3rd. Okay, these are allocated. Now I will be allocating few devotees who are not in here in the japa for regular participants, and then after that we'll allocate Gayatri Mataji, Indulekha Mataji, Drishti Mataji. Gayatri Mataji also requested. Okay, Gayatri Mataji can take second chapter. So 2 devotees, Mataji and Sandeep Prabhuji. And Indulekha Mataji will be taken, I think, 5th chapter. Mataji can take 5th chapter. Drishti Mataji can take 7th chapter. Okay, 6th and 7th. Okay, And anyone else that you, Pavan Prabhuji, anyone is aware of it?
I can check with Pavan Prabhu and I will just message you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Is there any small chapter for Pavan Prabhuji?
I think 15th chapter is the small one.
15th chapter, okay. Okay, I will check with Prabhu about the 15th chapter and I will get back to you, Prabhu.
Yeah, sure, Mataji. Okay, Pavan Prabhuji, 15th chapter. Okay, just I'm typing the names here.
In case if Prabhu is not comfortable, then I will read on behalf of Prabhu.
Yeah, sure, Mataji.
Yeah.
Okay, Gauri Mataji, I'm just typing so that devotees, you remember.
There is a Dina Shrestha, Mrida Sachi Mataji as well, all those.
Yeah, sure, Mataji. And the third chapter is Javed Mataji. Is that allocated to you, Mataji?
No, fourth is allocated to me.
Third is allocated to me, Prabhu.
Mataji. Okay. What is Okay, so now we got some chapters allocated, and then we'll approach other devotees, Mataji, Mataji, and our regular devotees.
How many total allocated, Prabhu, so far?
4, 5, 11 chapters, seven more chapters. We got many devotees, so it will be filled up very quickly.
Sure, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay.
Maybe Ramlala Prabhu also joins, isn't it, Prabhu, in the evenings?
Yes. Ramlala Prabhuji and other devotees. Sridhar Govindas Prabhuji and Supriya Gopi Mataji. Any others? Mataji. Okay. Okay, so we shall reach to the devotees once we allocate. We'll approach this one allocated, and then rest we also open to the group as well. Thank you so much. Okay, if you are happy, we shall conclude and continue with Padda Japa. वंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण कॉन्शियस डे एवरीवन।
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram,